it appears 3 times not a charm for accused sex trafficker Sean Diddy Combs. The disgraced music mogul spent today, Thanksgiving, behind bars. We thought, maybe there was going to be a chance, but this is after his third bid for bail was rejected by a federal judge late yesterday. The rejection followed Friday's bail hearing. Members of Combs' family attended in a show of support, and prosecutors argued that Combs could not be trusted if released. They said he posed a danger to women and would tamper with witnesses. But Combs' attorneys have countered, saying the embattled billionaire would be kept under 24/7 security in an Upper East Side Manhattan apartment with limited contact to others. And in a 5-page ruling, the judge agreed with the prosecution, saying they showed clear and convincing evidence that no conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. The ruling now keeps Combs behind bars at the notorious Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, the MDC. He has been held there since his arrest in September, and Combs is expected to remain there until his trial next May. And in case you're wondering, the lockup did serve a Thanksgiving meal today to Combs and the other inmates. Reportedly on the menu, a choice of turkey roast or hot and sour tofu for the entree, and all of the traditional Thanksgiving fixins on the side. Just throwing that in there so you know. For more, let's go to our legal panel. Trial attorney Mercedes Cohen and former homicide prosecutor Matt Murphy. Thank you to you both for being here. I've talked to both of you on and off camera about this case. It's always ever changing, Mercedes. 3 different judges denied 3 different bail requests from Combs. So what do you think? What's the likelihood that his attorneys will go for a 4th request? Sounds like they probably will, right?
Absolutely. And a very happy Thanksgiving to you, Laura, and to the great team at NewsNation. It certainly is going to be a continued argument by the defense to try to get Diddy out of prison. I mean, they've been very passionate about the fact that they cannot prepare him for the trial, that they don't have the ability to go through all the videos, the photographs, and all of the overwhelming amount of evidence that is against their client. So that was the argument that they keep trying to push in front of the judge. But honestly, Laura, that judge and any judge that sees the Cassie Ventura beating cannot be unseen. It's such a vicious beating. And frankly, that was even mentioned in the actual order by the judge about that beating. And it was something obviously that triggered the decision to continue to keep Diddy behind bars. So it's not a surprise to me. And yes, they will continue to argue and fight to try to get him out, but it will fall on deaf ears if I were to bet.
And Matt, that video is so jarring. We've all seen it, but that's not a part of what this case is. And all 3 judges said they believe that prosecution that Combs posed a safety risk. If there was a 4th attempt, Combs' defense will have to counter that. But how do they do that? And I got to tell you, I've been talking to people on the Upper East Side, and when they heard that that there was a security team going and kind of doing a walkthrough just to see what it would be like, people were really nervous about this, just the idea of him being out. So how does this go from here?
Well, not very well for Sean Diddy Combs. You know what his biggest problem is, Laura? And this is one of those things that with all of the allegations and everything else, his biggest mistake is he was using other inmates' access numbers to make phone calls. And that seems so minor in comparison to everything else, but it demonstrates that this is a guy who cannot follow the rules. And no federal magistrate is going to want to risk letting him out under those circumstances. And I can tell you, and I know Mercedes has probably had this experience too, somewhere there's some very hardworking lawyer on his defense team who is pulling their hair out over this because they put together this very compelling argument to have him released to assist in the defense. And this guy violates jail rules, which is going to infuriate any federal judge or magistrate reviewing it. And I mean, it's like, we pinky promise he's going to follow the rules this time, even if he can't follow the simple phone rules. That's also a little sketchy because you have unlimited time with your defense team. So if he's using that, that's so he can't be tracked when he makes phone calls, which feeds directly into the prosecution's argument that he's going to tamper with witnesses. So he's going to be in until the trial comes around. I agree with Mercedes as usual. They'll bring it again. They'll bring it again and again. It's not going to make any difference because he cannot even follow the rules in jail.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.